What is that? Hello and welcome. This is an additional video. I didn't plan to do this. It's not going to be a regular occurrence. It's just a one-off. I thought I'd just bring you this video as soon as I say the picture sort of leaked. I put it on my Instagram straight away, and that is the news that the Foul Blight spawn is temporarily out of stock. No, it's not. It's this leaked picture that's now circulating around the internets from, I think, the next White Dwarf, November White Dwarf. So whoever has managed to scoop a picture, this isn't my picture. I didn't sneak into HQ and take a picture of this. So somebody somewhere has taken a picture of this and has put it online. Now it says it's a very large Space Marine tank at the top, and it says and a new book. Who knows what that is? I'm leaning more towards that it is the Space Marine Primaris Super Heavy tank from Forge World. I'm leaning heavily towards that, even though it doesn't say that anywhere on that picture at all. But what else could it be? It's not the new Orc Battle Wagon, is it? Let's face it. So what I thought I'd do is just break it down and just talk about some of the features and things that it shares with existing Space Marine vehicles and Primaris Space Marine vehicles. Let's have a look. So we've got all of these plating. We've seen these sort of ski shoes, anti-grav plating before, all on the repulsor tank. So that's what I think that is. It's got this base. It looks like it'll have a chubby stand or something underneath it. So we can see that it's a super heavy hover tank, or a poor man's Eldar Scorpion or something like that. But either way, this is the Imperium, let's say, experimenting with technology that they never really have had. I've read many Horus Heresy novels, and they've never mentioned anything about a big, super heavy grav tank. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. They have mentioned, you know, grav land raiders. Arkan Land famously has one in Master of Mankind, and he, you know, sort of came up with the land raider. But this is going above and beyond the technology of the Horus Heresy. What do we have at the front? Well, to me that looks like a ramp. I'm not 100%. It could be a ramp. Otherwise, how are Marines going to get out of this? They can't get out here or at the back there. Maybe there's a big loading ramp at the back. Maybe it's just a big updated version of a Mastodon, but is anti-grav. The way it travels. But to me, that I'm hoping that is a front assault ramp. I really am. It sort of with the tops looks like anti-grav plates as well, but I'd question why they would be so vertical, if that makes sense. And then you've got this the best weapon in the whole game, the twin linked heavy bolter. I don't know, it might be an alternative version of a heavy bolter, but these things, don't let the colour scheme sort of fool you. They are the yellow of the red Scorpions, and I think that they are just twin link las cannons. So they're the twin link las cannons right at the forefront of this vehicle. And then this, what is this? Well, that looks to be like a hatch or some kind of viewing port, or like a sensor array or something like that. Maybe that's a shield dome area thing. I don't know what these rails are, these sort of handrail things. I don't know what this venting system is, but they've coloured it the same as on the venting as the these cannons. And let's just talk about these cannons. They look very similar to the accelerator autocannons on the Sicaran. Are they bigger? Probably, yeah. They're probably a little bit longer. They've got this extra sort of part, and they go back a fair bit. Then there's this kind of cupola at the top here. This looks like either another sort of sensor array, or it could even be, is it like a slugger? Could it be a heavy slugger maybe? But it looks quite thin, whatever it is. Then it's got this. Is that another sort of viewing port? And then what on earth is going on here? Is that sort of hexagonal armor? Is it, I don't know. I don't know what is going on right here. Here you don't get much of a view at this part. Is this the back of the tank? Maybe. That sort of looks a little bit like that with the vent. Could be the back of the tank. Is that part of the turret? One of the turrets there. I mean, they do look like tracks, but clearly it's anti-grav. Yeah, a lot of questions are arising from this picture. Size-wise, it looks to be almost as big as a mastodon, if not bigger. Certainly these two front kind of protruding fork things look pretty long. It looks quite elongated, but then it's got this big sort of carrier part here in the middle. I suppose it could be any kind of shape really if it's an anti-grav tank. It doesn't have to sort of conform to the sort of main shape, but it reminds me a lot like this Starship Troopers kind of lander craft. Do you remember that? Where it's just a sort of orbital landing craft, but then it had this big kind of boxy thing underneath it, and it would just land this, and then the troopers would just, you know, run out at the let's face it, Tyranids, and yeah, just get obliterated. But it was really odd that they're taking sort of this direction rather than the usual sort of quite, well, not streamlined, but yeah, I say boxy sort of, the way that the Mastodon was. Maybe if they didn't have this part here, we don't know if it's on the other side. It'd be really odd if it isn't on the other side. Maybe this pulls out, who knows. But if it is on the other side, then it's definitely not sort of conforming to kind of like the Mastodon and tanks like that. Anyway, just a quick video, just to bring this to your attention. This has just sort of been brought to my attention in amongst all these Death Guard releases. There's still going to be Death Guard videos every day this week and next week, I'm happy to say. That's the other reason for this video, just to let you know that next week will be the third week of daily videos. So I hope you're enjoying all the content. I did put a comment on the Plague Burst just to say thank you, but I just want to say it in this video too. Thank you so much everyone for all the support, for watching the videos, for the Death Guard release. It really does mean a lot to me, keeps me motivated, and it just helps me in bringing you you know, those releases every day. So thank you for that. Anyway, what do you guys think of this possible super heavy tank for the Primaris? Do you think it just doesn't fit in with the scheme at all? I do question their colour scheme actually with it. I don't know whether it sort of makes it look good, but there we go. Tell me all of your thoughts and comments and opinions. Put it all down in the comments below. How many are you going to buy is my question. Are you going to buy the 5 of these things, or are you just going to stop at 3? I'd like to know. Put it in the comments below. Thank you ever so much for joining me this evening, and thank you for watching. The Emperor Protects.